domains. Obviously, this is a pretty obvious. You want multiple modalities. The only thing that comes, what's some things that come into play? We have multiple modalities. You have biases. One thing's get biased to the other. Like I said, what if the event is 7 minutes of burpees? Okay, now instead that event is 7 minutes of rowing. Okay, you do know right away that that's not going to produce the same results, right? Everyone knows that. And that's what I mean by, so, we'll take one big competition, okay? You switch one thing about the competition, and you potentially can change the winner from being the winner and the loser being, not the loser being the winner. That's what I mean by that. The modalities have to be decided on and selected and utilized appropriately, because you shouldn't have one competition just coming out and doing, you know what, if we did that instead of this, she wins. That should not be the answer. And it wouldn't have been at the games, because the guys would have won anyway. But like in the regional level, like we don't like, I don't know why people always just care about the first place. What about the person who finishes 21st or 19th and wants to make the last workout in regionals? That was their goal for the whole year, was to make the last workout. Like everything shouldn't just be designed based on the top end person. The top end person is going to be there. You agree with that? Or the person that finishes 61st in the open and wants to make the open. That's their whole thing. Like you just, like that's where it comes out. So last year we'll change the burpee workout to wall balls. What does that do?
Makes it awesome.
It makes it awesome. but that's what I'm saying, right? Is that and in that, and it still works out, right? Yes, there was wall balls. I know that in the regionals, or not regionals, or the open. It was workout 4, 150 wall balls. But yes, everybody made it through that. Right, everyone did. But what happened? The limiting factor in that event was muscle ups. So it doesn't matter if you're good at wall balls, unless you're good at muscle ups. It doesn't really matter that much. Okay? So it kind of selected the same person as the burpee one. Right? You're smaller, you're stronger, good. You're smaller, you're stronger, good. It always doesn't always work that way, but I'm just trying to give you an example. If you flick the switch on that one event, that changes how much? I don't know. Everything? The person that finishes 400th in the event now finishes 10th. The person that finished 10th finishes 400. Does that make sense? No, it shouldn't be like that. That's it's not really unfair. I still like the test though.
It's like if you just completely try to say, oh, these movements are always kind of just geared towards everybody, eventually it'll get boring because you're going to be consistently relying on those movements, right? So you always have to keep throwing the movements in there too, you said.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. I believe you can design multiple events that will test the same kind of deal, and you're still going to have the same kind of person win each time. But within changing the events, you're going to get flip-flopping, and like the person who finishes 6th, finishes 12th, finishes this. But you want to try to minimize that as much as possible, and have like, you beat me because you're generally fitter than I am. You beat me on all these different events, no matter how much we changed it, because you're fitter than me.
It's just the best example I could have is like you have the 100 chin-ups, 100 kettlebell swings, 100 overhead squats, 100 double unders, that workout. If you change that to 10 rounds of 10, 10, 10, 10, you have a different winner, guaranteed. It's a completely different outlook. It works exactly the same, but you're testing basically chin-ups is all you're testing on that, because you can't do 100 chin-ups.
But it's the chipper approach, right? Which I still believe that chipper events have a place and they can do it, but we can't pick movements like chin-ups, right? I don't believe you should, because it ends up being you're just slowing everyone down, and it's slow and boring. And you're testing movements versus testing abilities, right? Like how good are you with that movement? I don't know. We'll find out because you're doing 100 of them.
I think there should be more running in it.
Yes.
More running?
Yeah.
This is my problem. It's like, so you're really strong, but you can't run. Like, go back to like cavemen. If you couldn't run, you were.
So that's the one thing we didn't talk about with the broad time thing. That's why distance running, or I would pick running. Running has to be in an event on its own. And yes, you can have other events that are aerobic, that are 40 minutes long, 35 minutes long. But strength, maximal strength, and distance running are the are really, really, really good at the clean and jerk snatch stuff, you are not good at the run. I can guarantee it. It's just not happening. You're not going to find a guy that's over here, that's at the top, and over here in running and clean and jerk. But that's the way it should be, right? If you have, well, my opinion, is the way it should be. You have this over here, and this line here. What you want to test is that intersection. So you have this guy finishes second here, and he finishes like, I don't know, 20th here. This guy finishes first here, finishes 100 here. That's the guy you want to have, right? You want to get that number, because these are the exact opposites. These tests. Unloaded, just your body weight, long duration, endurance, maximal strength, power, technique, efficiency. Good tests, right? Whereas if you change the 40-minute run to 40 minutes of overhead squats at a moderate weight, muscle ups, it's not the same thing because there's too much of the strength system involved in it over here, right? Because this test over here, for every single person that does it, is a test of the ATP-CP system. This test over here, for every single person that does it, is a test of the aerobic system, right? It is. You can't hide from it. Whereas if you change it and make modalities different, you can really skew it. And you can modify it so that someone who's not as strong is not testing the aerobic system. Because they're just doing, like if Nikki had to do that, whatever workout I made up for her. Just chipping through it the whole time. So you're not getting the same thing. But that's my opinion on why the broad time thing should be based on energy system testing. Because it's very easy to design. And it also gets at perspective. Because that's what you're trying to get, right? Broad time, low domain. But running has to be in there. If you don't have running, it's not going to be fast. And funny thing is, who thinks they need to get better at running? Like, what percentage of CrossFit athletes thinks they need to get better at running? 1%? No one cares about it. Honestly, who cares about it? No one. Right?
And usually it's the rest.
Yeah, and this is where we get into the next part, where I said no one cares about it, is because, we can stop it here for a second.